The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna.
Look who's back.
Its atmosphere and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with and
The Outlander I spoke with before. What brings you back around?
a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part,
Why, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my carefully maintained act. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
individualists within Auntie's choice. So don't fret, the system is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing.
Why, they are certainly inspiring. There's this one character who just laughs at danger, says he hand makes his own luck. Is that not the grandest thing you ever heard? You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret, I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
Appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows.
If I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell.
Seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Ugh, my uncle's child. That side of the family is obstinate and mean. No, I'd hardly risk life and limb trying to convert her.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes on
That
it.
seems neither prudent nor wise. I value my neck and do not intend to hang.
Individualism ran rampant. Depletion.
Oh, did you have another mission in mind? One especially designed for my unique talents?
The firm benevolent hand
Of course. Toodaloo. Hey there, go-getter. Why, hello again. Any new business to discuss involving secret sympathies and sugary spoils?
We have community, purpose, time for recreation.
If I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell.
Stressful. Food is nutrition.
Ugh, my uncle's child. That side of the family is obstinate. That seems neither prudent nor wise. I value my neck and do not intend to hang. Of course. Hey there, go-getter.
You the ro- material for perfection. From the lowliest summoner
Outside.
to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it
Hey there, go-getter. Why, hello again. Any new business to discuss involving secret sympathies and sugary spoils?
resources represent a
If I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell.
working with and through the Sovereign.
I normally might, but my cousin, the warden there, freely enjoys stringing up Auntie's Choice sympathizers, and Marilyn would grant no reprieve to family.
Bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive.
That seems neither prudent nor wise. I value my neck and do not intend to hang.
Like those nettlesome raptidons, or
Of course. Hey there, go-getter.
individualists within Auntie's Choice. Though don't fret, the system.
Not gonna lie, my thoughts are plagued by the notion of perishing atop that picker. Though I can't reconcile if I'd have starved, parched, or followed poor Jackson to the ground. Well, you found her. Or at least most of her. She's the brainwashed lout who opted to jump into the gears of the picker instead of living a rewarding life of self-determinism. Honestly, I shudder with baffled confusion even thinking of such a thing. But I guess that's the benefit of being reared in a society that values our value. Thanks again for getting us off that literal ledge. Though with our gratitude meaningfully expressed through the requisite bits, I'm not sure we have anything more to discuss.
I see you have not brought my cousin to heal. Have you at least seen about Ida? Let me see that. Yes. Yes! This does appear to be hers. Unfortunately, there are reports of the Harvester having been repaired in the wake of her sabotage. Though her triumph may not have endured, it was a good effort nonetheless. Should Montelli deign to interrogate me for my associations, I'll be certain to inform him of her patriotism. Inspiring, isn't it? Ida's final gift to me was one of enduring loyalty and self-sacrifice. And I will benefit from it, just as she very well might have wanted. I am thankful for the report. Now I just require my fool of a cousin in hand. Be on your way.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal. Commander, watch your vitals!
All right, shifty-looking individual,
Outsiders
if you ask
approaching
me.
the south gate.
What do you think the Sovereign is doing today? Leading the troops into glorious battle? Delivering edicts from the If I have one wish,
What?
it would be for our Sovereign to bestow
Let's check it out.
wisdom at this very moment.
Guns cocked and loaded.
Holy that.
Don't make me bury another agent!
Quarry
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Quarry. None. Each shall fight.
Hostiles. Ready to waste them. Look at a few courts low, Commander. Ready to waste them. On your command.
The commander's vital stats have reached an alarming low.
Guns cocked and
Reacquired.
You are dying.
repudiate all vapid.
These. Proceedings.
Wholesome programming.
Prisoner 349893938A. 3A. There is no place for you in the paradigm. You are hereby sentenced to death for the crimes of desertion and opposing the lawful authority of the Protectorate.
No! Wait, I beg of you! I was just afraid of Montelli! He's taken leave of his mental faculties! His way is no longer that of the Sovereign! Why can't you see that?
Quiet, traitor. At least honor the Sovereign by dying with a modicum of dignity. Were I not better informed, I'd assume you were Auntie's choice.
I wonder how much your head is worth! Help them out!
Prisoner 349893938A. There is no place for you in the paradigm. You are hereby sentenced to death for the crimes of desertion
Readying
and
assault
opposing the
protocols.
lawful authority of the Protectorate.
No! Wait, I beg of you! I was just afraid of Montelli! He's taken leave of his mental faculties! His way is no longer that of the Sovereign! The Sovereign! Why can't you see that?
Quiet, traitor. At least honor the Sovereign by dying with a modicum of dignity. Were I not better informed, I'd assume you were Auntie's choice.
Invasive elements!
Kill bonus. Better get that bonus or else I'll really stew in my disgruntlement.
Prisoner 349893938A. There is no place for you in the paradigm. You are hereby sentenced to death for the crimes of desertion and opposing the lawful authority of the Protectorate.
No! Wait!
Engaging combat protocols.
Prisoner 349893938. There is
Moving to an entrenched position!
Prisoner 349893938A. There is no place
Better
for you
take
in
a
the
gander.
paradigm. You are hereby sentenced to death for the crimes of desertion
enemy light
and
just
opposing
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Protecting myself!
Took it a few quick low, Commander.
Prisoner 349893938A. There is no place
Engaging combat protocols.
Took it a few hits.
Prisoner 349893938A. There is no place for you in the paradigm.
Guns cocked and loaded. This is victory.
Prisoner 349893938A. There is no place for you in the paradigm.
Let me know when you can do the stretch.
Oh, thank the stars. I was sure that was the end of me. Thank you for saving me. I wish I could return your kindness in some capacity, but I left everything behind when I fled. Though you're most welcome to my old protectorate equipment on that ledge. I won't require any of it from here on out. That part of my life is behind me for good, it seems. The commander of the base to the east, Brigadier Montelli, has gone mad. He's executing loyal subjects as traitors on a whim, without even a mention of refreshment. He claims his actions are in the name of the Sovereign, but nothing he does is in alignment with the paradigm. He's obviously ill and needs to be removed. My partner and I are loyal subjects of the Protectorate, but we were forced to flee after pointing out the obvious. Is everyone so oblivious that they can't see what is going on? I was to meet my partner in a cave to the northwest of here. We were going to hide until the current Montelli crisis has been resolved. I fled Montelli, but I'm still loyal. Once I stop shaking, I'll continue on my way. Thank you again, stranger.
Figured this ship would have departed by now.
You know how Sentinels are. They take their time with traitors and instigators.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Check enemy light just turned.
Dispensing life-preserving medicine.
Pushing ahead! Seeking cover!
You think too much! Charging boldly.
Commander, you are dying. It is not advised at this time.
Advance!
Negative.
Swiftly moving to cover!
Individual!
Appreciate a little help, Commander. Knew you had my back.
Back again. Thought we were done for now. heard fighting. What's going on?
We're not Protectorate. We're your ticket out of this hotbox. Esculepe sent us.
Esculepe? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. But it's too late. I gather you haven't noticed the bodies in the pen here.
Oh. The others don't look like they suffered easy deaths. What happened?
Montelli, damn him! He executed March and Pharaoh outright, ranting about traitors. Then the Consul Sentinel arrived to conduct a preliminary interrogation. She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. I'm only here because the Consul wants someone brought back to him, alive. Lucky me. The cipher, right. I managed to memorize it before I was nabbed. 02519W. Should help Zeb decode the intelligence we sent him a whole lot faster. Please don't think me ungrateful for your efforts, but I'm not going anywhere.
If you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure the commander and I could...
No, it's not that. I need the Sentinel to take me onto that transport. I want her to think she's won. And then, just as we leave orbit, I'm going to blow her pretty ship to pieces. I'm no martyr. If there was another way to protect Zebulon and our cell, I'd take it. But if I escape, the Protectorate will pursue me, and everyone I care about will be in danger. I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wires near the fuel system. With the right spark, I think I can ignite it.
I have my doubts. Even if she managed to spark a few wires, that ship's bound to have a fire suppression system. It would kick in if there was any real ignition.
What do you propose, then?
Not blowing yourself up, for starters.
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of it. The Consul will turn his attention elsewhere, and our cause can continue in the shadows. Please, if you can help me sabotage the transport, then help me. We don't have much time.
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance. What do you think, Commander? Yes, Commander. Stay put. Shouldn't take me too long. Done. Won't go into the particulars, but you can trust that ship will blow the moment it hits orbit.
Excellent work. I see why Zebulon liked having you around. I'd say I won't forget how you've helped me, but, well, you know. Tell Zeb what happened, won't you? That it was my decision. And I was at peace with it.
What the commander means is, good luck.
Likewise. And thank you both, again.
Now, Commander. Zebulon didn't exactly mince words about rescuing his friends. Bad enough we were too late to save the others, but you just ventilated Audra in that pen like a cysty pig. Generally speaking, murdering folks in cold blood ain't good practice either. At this rate, it's gonna take a miracle to upend Zebulon's poor opinion of me. You wanna be my friend? Then maybe listen to me. That'd be a fair start. When Val cracked you out of that pod, I thought things would go back to the way they were. Now I'm wondering if either of us deserve our uniform. I don't follow. Helping out a friend won't interfere with our mission. Odd you think it would. Let's just leave it there for now. Talk about Val, Commander.
Give Zeb my best. Hope he enjoys the light show.
Registering a decrease in air quality due to decomposing protectorate bodies. Shallow breaths are recommended.
Oh, these damned bodies. Why can't we just bury the lot of them? Oh, even my damned hammer turns against me. Blazes, that stings. I politely request you cease defiling the court. Theoretically, it shall take me 4 hours to hang 8 bodies. But Montelli killed 6 more yesterday. Sovereign's mercy. I fear hanging all these corpses is beyond my capabilities, and I certainly need no distractions. What is it you want? Why would I do that? And be mindful, if you haven't your transfer orders, I don't have time to waste going idly back and forth with you. You are correct. If I were to let you in without apprehending you and placing you into these gibbets, it would cost me my life. Remember, the Sovereign sees all. Area's off limits. Though you are better company than these corpses, they are numerous, and
You are approaching a restricted estate. Area's off limits.
Providing a host of health. Standing by for life support. This unit advises healing yourself. Now.
Driving onward!
Appears quite cagey. Tomorrow's mandate will depend on today's remaining sanitary rations. In the event any of you may have Today's daily mandate is to be mindful of attending to your personal hygiene. Tomorrow's mandate will depend on today's remaining sanitary rations.
Area's off limits.
I politely request you cease defiling the corpses of our fallen brethren.
Direct your attention to the administration lift checkpoint. Upon review, you should take a moment to reflect.
You are approaching a restricted estate.
Needed. To save a tree from rot, one must prune its infected branches. It is not a pleasant process, but it is a necessary one. I have often opined that he who strikes the sentence should also stab the blade. Alas, the war effort forces me to delegate. Hereby ordered
Potential individualist discerned. Tracking.
If you lack the means, a pistol can be provided for you.
Suspicious temperament observed.
Confronting threat.
This unit is concerned for the commander's well-being.
To save a tree from rot, one must prune
Area's off limits.
branches. It is not a pleasant process, but it is a necessary one.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies. Emergency protocols ready. Preserving medicine.
To save a tree from rot, one must
You are approaching a restricted estate.
Disrupt.
Confronting
To save a tree from rot, one must prune its
You are approaching a restricted estate.
process, but it is a necessary.
Theoretically, it shall take me 4 hours. Sovereign's mercy. I fear hanging. Why would I do that? And be mindful, if you haven't your transfer orders, I don't have time to waste going idle. You occur. Remember.
Area's off limits.
Immediately. If you lack.
I get the feeling we're not welcome here. Like the Protectorate folks resent us liberating them.
Nah, they know this invasion ain't personal. It's just business.
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these Protectorate defectors. Not sure how I feel about that.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench using materials like this collection of scrap.
I can also help you craft items in a pinch when we're out together. Most won't even explode on you.
The prodigal freelancer returns. Do not leave me in suspense. Go visit the ministry and retrieve the information on mental refreshment, as we discussed.
Standing by with life support.
Seems nowhere on Paradise Island's going untouched by this war. me know when you... I'll take fighting raps over living in a surveillance state any day of the week.
Confronting threat.
Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful.
Ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed. Oh, we got ourselves a hero.
Activities.
Your insides are leaking outside, Commander.
Sequencing attack strategies. Engaging hostile life forms.
Look at a few court. Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Please seek treatment for explosive trauma. Negative. Pharmaceutical reload in progress. Engaging combat protocols. Emergency defense.
That's the one you need to worry about. Over here! Free hole in the head!
Inbound Raptidon. Status. Susceptible to danger.
No, you ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt. You're kidding, right? Look, even if you did somehow prove to be dangerous or something vaguely approximating it, I still rather fancy my odds in a fight. Which is why I gotta ask, what are you doing here? Cute. Though I did come here for another job, it's true. I'm Inez Silung, Auntie's choice. Former combat medic in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Now, menial troubleshooter. Minister Milver Street of Fairfield sent me here to retrieve some information. Not my most exciting assignment, but suppose we can't expect much with the state. I'll admit I was eager for some good hunting around here. My arm, my graft, needs some bolstering. But if the raps here are as weak as this one, it won't help me none. When there's paperwork, there's enemy secrets. And dropping Raptidons on the place is a quick way to stop any personnel keen on destroying those secrets before we find them. It's a kinder fate than if they survived. Allowing us to walk off with this intel would surely land any survivor in front of the firing squad. Or sentimental refreshment. This place is an archive of Protectorate censorship. If it's been sanitized, censored, or rewritten out of the Protectorate's history, the Ministry's where you'll find it. And apparently there's some highly sensitive intel about mental refreshment hereabouts. The Minister sent me here to find it. You're here for him? Oh, that son of a sprat fucker! They're always counting me out. Every single one of them. And now, they ain't even letting me finish the jobs they send me on. Kinda making it hard to prove myself here. And this rep didn't even have anything that could help my graft. This whole thing's a wash. Sick of it. Well, the only people who believe that are in this room right now. Including that dead rapt, I reckon. I'm considered a liability. My graft's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now. I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Unless I can amend it so I might fix my graft, proving myself ain't happening anytime soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones. No. Enhanced Soldier Division was the fancy public-facing name for the grafting program. And when I say it was shuttered, I mean completely fucking demolished. Bet they'd erase it from the financial records if they could. It was that much of an embarrassment. In the wake of such a failure, it's left us grafted folks with no support. I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a time. She's a good one. Truth is, my time is coming. The graft's making me sick, and it'll kill me if I leave it be. But I ain't giving up. There's gotta be a way to fix it. You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately? It says any action taken by a worker that could result in impeded work must be approved. Not only would trying to fix my graft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable, unproven, a risky investment. So I could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract, but if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. That's a non-starter. Law, no. The contract would just pass down the line of succession. And anyway, I ain't a killer. No matter how much I fantasize about shutting him up when he goes on and on about how he's the father of... Or lamenting that his mock apple martini ain't blended quite right. Ugh, never quite got the hang of those. Let me put it this way. If I was already on the bottom rung, this knocks me clean off and buries me in sand. But I started from nothing before. I could do it again. Maybe. Ain't easy moving between companies. And I wasn't always with Auntie's choice. But that's a story for another time. Get the feeling you will. Anyhow, think I'll return to fair. Good luck in there.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Auntie's choice. Protectorate sure wouldn't want this in the wrong hands. So it's... Been noticing a lot of screws going missing of late on board the ship. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
No missing fastener reports have been filed with this unit.
Let me rephrase. Have you been collecting screws for some reason?
Affirmative. Multiple replacement screws have been collected in accordance with pending work order from Agent Amara. I must have a screw loose.
It's a figure of speech, Val.
Knew you'd be back. What do you need this time? I'm sure you'll...
accounting manager gave me great advice. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean the latrine. Moral of the story? Never lean.
Takes all sorts.
Aside from the stale chow, ubiquitous mud, contract anxiety, and pervasive dread that hostility might be, his life is just splendid.
I don't much appreciate you undermining my work, Minister. When have I ever not made a go of a job for you, huh? Is it so damn hard to extend a mind of trust?
Calm down. You know well would not have been necessary had you completed your task in a timely manner.
I'll calm down when you stop bringing your little excuses. How about that?
My, such aggression. You scarcely need add hostility to your list of inadequacies, hmm?
Ain't so sure you want to work for this imbecile, friend. There's more
Watch
menial
yourself,
jobs
friend.
where that came from.
Fair Trooper Sealong, no mind. The individuality encouraged by Auntie's choice sometimes inspires employees to speak out of turn. How has your progress been? Have you acquired what we discussed? Excellent! Pleased that someone in my employ can be relied upon. Here, have one of my finest suits as a token of thanks. May it aid in your capture of hearts and minds.
Again, you gave away my job and told my replacement to send me home. That don't make me wayward, and it sure as shit don't make me unreliable. If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now. That's surely the most tempting offer I've heard all day.
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without Auntie's hand to guide her if she were unemployed? I should think death a preferable alternative.
That's it. I'd rather be a down and outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit!
What? I have done nothing to deserve such barbaric treatment. This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's choice once more. We'll not take a contract shirker back into our fold.
So you say. But Auntie's choice ain't seen a trooper like me before. You'll regret counting me out. Till then, I hope you choke on your mock apple martinis. If you're serious about that job offer, come find me when you're done with this clown.
She will most assuredly regret her decision, most assuredly. Now, if you're quite finished urging others to assault my headwear, let's move on. The acquisition of this information is but the first part of my plan to bring our foes into the fold and to ensure my future. The second is my operation in Westport. I should have known better than to try to bait an individual as savvy as yourself. I shall speak openly then. Bringing Westport to heel will deliver me not only my future, but the tools to aid you in your endeavor to enter the Vox station. Yes, it is a grim place, but the Protectorate hangers-on who remain there are anything but inclined to move on. Converting Westport's subjects will teach us much about the Protectorate mind, how it solves problems, what it desires, how it can be swayed. I've a kit of supplies to aid you, items to cajole or to dissuade. Sabotage the town or sway the citizenry, the choice is yours. Should pose no trouble for a go-getter like you. Not so loud. The hat can tell when you're questioning it. The people of Westport don't trust me. How can they? I am the enemy. I am the invader. I cannot help these people achieve salvation until I know what it is they yearn for. You are a third party. You're presumably trustworthy. I need you to act on my behalf. I say if the situation is serendipitous, so much the better. Perhaps. The kit contains a wide variety of tools, propaganda, equipment, and more than a few confectionaries. Some items may serve as honey, swaying the naysayers to our side. Others are blunt implements, crippling infrastructure to force the refugees toward Fairfield. Slather on a bit of elbow grease and you'll certainly succeed. I'm sure there are kindred spirits in Westport. No one wholly resists Anti. Westport represents a challenge. The challenge presented, Fairfield citizenry were given ample incentive to fold for they could see but the people of Westport are stubborn enough to risk death for their ideals and cannot be swayed by the lights of Fairfield. If I can convert them, I can convert anyone. Excellent. Here's the kit. Advertisement tapes, ambidextrine, assorted stimulants, free samples of Purple Berry Crunch. With that, I shall mark the locale. Begin with the vigilant Hogarth. Motivate him to depart, and his subjects will trot in file behind him, woolly cow-like. Now, I'm sure you've asked yourself, for a task so involved, shall the... Well, wonder no longer. For the completion of this deed, I'm prepared to offer you an exact replica of my one-of-a-kind, limited production, gentle person's Oxonian. I don't think you understand. The reserve Oxonian is functionally identical to the one I wear. If anything, the replica is likely in better state. I've grown attached to this one and would prefer not to part with it. And really, is anything truly one of a kind? Not from the universal perspective. Very well. I can see you won't be swayed. You succeed in the conversion of Westport, and I will supply you my limited production gentle person's Oxonian. If I must. Then consider yourself officially deputized in the war to be forewarned. I can only guess at the needs of the denizens of Westport. You must engage with them, gauge their situation. Only then can you motivate them adequately. Do I look like Officer Carr to you? Guns. I suppose I should take this time to make peace with its departure. Oh, so many grand times shared with this hat.
We should get the cipher back to Zeb, soon as we can. Sure, always happy to tool around for a bit.
All done in there? Was hoping we could chat.
The peddler of half measures returns. Suppose it's too much to hope that you speak in half sentences. Make it quick, yeah?
Hope that little dust-up back there didn't put you off. My contract had me caged, and I was glad to get a few licks in during the jailbreak. I'd like to take you up on your offer, if you're good for it. You're going places. Could be on... If you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services of a fully functioning enhanced soldier. Me. Don't matter what you set your... And in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back into Auntie's Choice. I can be on my own for a time, but I'd rather it not be permanent. Besides, where else can I turn from nothing to something? Look, I know what I signed up for when I joined the Enhanced Soldier Division. Ain't nobody's fault that things went awry, but it...
Spoken like a true corporate drone. Can't even see the wrong that's been done to you.
I get it. You're skeptical. If you got more questions, go on and ask them. You'll not find me hiding anything in the fine print. Had a feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see what I'm capable of. Doc Tinsley worked with Graphs for some time before she came to Fairfield. Damn fine scientist. Reckon we should visit her lab at the edge of town to see.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mind the ship.
Acknowledged.
After you. Appreciate you agreeing to help, but the arm's itching something fierce. Ready to do away with it. We ought to head to Doc Tinsley's, quickly. Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander?